Imagine standing face to face with a blade so sharp, so lethal, that even the toughest soldiers freeze for a moment. Not out of fear, but out of respect. A weapon forged not just to cut, but to carve history, to decide battles, and to become the ultimate extension of legendary warriors. Today, you are not just watching another list of military knives, you are stepping into a hidden world of steel, discipline, and survival. These are not ordinary blades. They are symbols of power, honor, and raw battlefield dominance. And in this video, we'll unveil the 10 most brutal and iconic military knives ever forged. Weapons so rare and so feared that only a few have ever held them in their hands. If you think you already know which blades made this list, just wait until you see the last one, because it's a knife that changed warfare forever. The first knife is the crowbar, a legendary combat knife used by U.S. Marines since World War II. Originally designed in 1942, the crowbar quickly became a trusted companion for soldiers in the Pacific Theater, where harsh jungle conditions demanded a blade that was both durable and versatile. Its 7-inch clip-point blade made it ideal for combat, while the solid leather handle provided a secure grip in wet and muddy environments. Beyond close-quarters combat, Marines used it for survival tasks such as cutting rope, opening cans, and even creating improvised shelters. Its reputation for reliability was cemented during battles like Iwo Jima and Okinawa, where soldiers relied on it not just as a weapon, but as a vital tool for life-and-death situations. That was the first knife, but we still have 9 more to explore, and each one is even more impressive. The second knife is the Bowie knife, an iconic blade with deep roots in American and Latin American military history. Named after frontiersman Jim Bowie, this large, intimidating knife became a symbol of rugged survival and self-reliance during the 19th century. Its heavy, curved blade allowed soldiers and pioneers to use it effectively in combat, as well as for clearing brush, preparing food, and defending against wild animals. During conflicts like the Mexican-American War, the Bowie knife was a standard tool for soldiers on both sides, valued for its versatility and lethality. That was the second knife, and 8 remain, each one with a story that proves its importance in history. The third knife is the Fairbairn-Sykes fighting knife, designed specifically for British commandos during World War II. Its slim, double-edged blade was engineered for stealth, speed, and precision, making it ideal for silent takedowns behind enemy lines. William E. Fairbairn and Eric A. Sykes, former Shanghai police officers, developed this knife after extensive research on close-quarters combat techniques, emphasizing agility and efficiency. Carried by elite forces including the SAS and commandos, the Fairbairn-Sykes became a symbol of covert operations and exceptional skill. That was the third knife, and 7 more follow each one, building on this legacy of precision and deadly craftsmanship. The fourth knife is the Gerber Mark II, a double-edged fighting knife that became iconic during the Vietnam War. Designed for close combat, it was highly effective in the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, where soldiers needed a blade that could perform reliably under extreme conditions. Its ergonomic handle and balanced weight allowed for rapid strikes and quick defensive maneuvers. Soldiers quickly praised the Gerber Mark II for its durability and deadly precision, earning it a reputation as one of the most effective fighting knives of the era. That was the fourth knife, and 6 more remain, each one offering unique design and historical significance. The fifth knife is the M9 bayonet, introduced in 1984 as a versatile tool for U.S. forces. Unlike traditional bayonets, the M9 serves both as a combat knife and a utility tool, capable of cutting, prying, and performing survival tasks in the field. Used in conflicts from Grenada to Iraq and Afghanistan, it exemplifies the modern soldier's need for multifunctional equipment. Its serrated edge and strong steel construction make it effective in combat, while its sheath often doubles as a wire cutter with a separate scabbard attachment. That was the fifth knife, and 5 more are coming, each with its own legendary status. The 6th knife is the Ontario Knife Company 1917, a robust and reliable knife used by soldiers during multiple 20th century conflicts. Its solid construction and ergonomic design made it suitable for both combat and survival situations, from trench warfare in World War I to jungle patrols in later wars. Soldiers depended on it for cutting wood, preparing food, and even as a defensive weapon when firearms were unavailable. Its long-standing reputation as a dependable military tool makes it a must-know for collectors and enthusiasts. That was the 6th knife, leaving 4 more to uncover. Before we move on to the next knife, let's pause and step into a real-life story that proves these blades aren't just tools, they're lifelines in the chaos of war. During the Battle of Iwo Jima in 1945, Marines faced volcanic ash, endless gunfire, and mud-soaked trenches where every second counted. In the midst of this hell, the Kabar wasn't just a knife, it was survival. One Marine famously used it cut through tangled barbed wire under enemy fire, then immediately turned it to open ration cans and carve a makeshift shelter for his unit. Another used it to save a comrade trapped in debris, cutting ropes and splintered wood with precision. Its steel held firm when rifles jammed, and its grip never failed, even when blood and sweat coated the handle. In those brutal moments, a Marine with a Kabar literally had a fighting chance to live another day. Next, we travel deep into the legacy of the 1st Special Service Force, the legendary American-Canadian unit, feared across Europe and remembered as the Devil's Brigade. Their weapon of choice was the V-42 stiletto, a dagger forged not for utility, but for absolute lethality. With its long, double-edged blade and needle-sharp tip, the V-42 was designed to pierce through thick clothing, leather gear, and even helmets, making it devastating in close-quarters combat. Its handle, wrapped in leather and capped with a skull-crushing pommel, gave soldiers both precision and brutal striking power. Known as the Silent Death, this knife thrived in the shadows, perfect for silent infiltrations and lightning-fast assassinations where one mistake meant disaster. But beyond its steel, the V-42 became the soul of the Devil's Brigade, so iconic that its image was later carved into the crest of America's modern special forces. And remember, this is only the 7th knife on our list. The 8th knife is Eickhorn KM 200. Modern battlefields demand modern blades, and the Eickhorn KM 2000 answers the call. Standard issue for the German Bundeswehr and used by NATO forces, it's a tactical knife built for today's soldier. With its Tonto-style blade, serrated spine, and corrosion-resistant steel, it's as much at home cutting rope in a desert deployment as it is piercing through urban barriers. Unlike the ornate knives of the past, the KM 2000 is pure efficiency black-coated, ergonomic, and built to endure. It represents the evolution of combat knives into practical, multi-purpose tools designed for 21st century warfare. Sleek, modern, and lethal, it stands as proof that the combat knife is still as essential to a soldier today as it was 100 years ago. Our 9th blade takes us to the rugged mountains of Nepal, home to the legendary Gurkhas and their iconic kukri. Unlike any other knife on this list, the kukri's inwardly curved blade is designed for devastating chopping and slashing, capable of cutting through wood, brush, and bone with terrifying efficiency. Gurkha soldiers have carried this knife into battle for centuries, earning a reputation that transcends borders. Small groups of Gurkhas have historically overcome much larger forces, using nothing but their kukris and unmatched skill. Beyond combat, it's a versatile survival tool, used for everything from preparing food to clearing paths in dense jungles. Every notch in its steel tells a story of courage, endurance, and lethal precision. The kukri isn't just a knife. It's a symbol of honor, bravery, and the fierce spirit of the Gurkhas, earning its rightful place as the penultimate blade in our journey through the world's most legendary combat knives. Our final blade is a legend whispered among special forces, but largely unknown to the public. The SOG Bowie, forged for the ultra-secret covert operations of the Vietnam War. This knife wasn't mass-produced, it was a weapon for the elite, designed to survive the harshest jungles and deadliest missions. With a wide, razor-sharp blade and a handle built for precise control, it could slash, stab, and endure relentless combat without faltering. Soldiers who carried it relied on it for stealth insertions, sabotage, and life-or-death encounters where silence and efficiency were paramount. Its rarity makes it a coveted collector's dream today, a piece of history that embodies courage, skill, and the hidden struggles of soldiers operating in the shadows. The SOG Bowie isn't just a knife, it's the ultimate symbol of deadly precision, the perfect climax to our journey through the world's most iconic combat blades. And now, as we close this journey through a century of warfare, precision, and raw courage, remember that these blades aren't just metal. They are living history, forged in the fires of battle and shaped by the hands of those who faced death and survived. From the jungles of Iwo Jima to the secret operations of Vietnam, each knife tells a story of bravery, survival, and mastery over chaos. The Ka-Bar saved lives in the mud and blood of the Pacific. The V-42 stiletto carved silence into enemy lines, and the SOG Bowie moved through shadows where only the elite dared to tread. These are more than weapons. They are symbols of honor, discipline, and the relentless spirit of warriors. Now it's your turn. Which of these legendary knives impressed you the most? Could you imagine holding one in your hands, feeling the weight of history and power? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to see even more incredible combat tools and the stories behind them, hit that like button and subscribe, because the world of military blades is far from over. Remember, every knife here shaped history, but the lessons they carry, the courage, skill, and determination, can inspire all of us in our own battles every single day.